Imagine waking up at sunset. The moon is your sun. Noon is the most dangerous hour of the day. Sounds like fiction. It isn't. Our ancestors already lived like this for about 100 million years, and then we quit. Here's what would happen if we hadn't. Go back to the age of dinosaurs. Mammals existed, but they were small, and daytime belonged to something with teeth. So mammals did the only thing available. They moved into the dark. For roughly 100 million years, our entire lineage was nocturnal. Scientists call it the nocturnal bottleneck, and it left scars. Mammals lost color vision that reptiles and birds kept. Most mammals today see the world in a washed-out two-color palette: dogs, cats, horses, all of them. Primates got some of it back. Not all of it. Our color vision is a patch job on a night vision system. So the question isn't really what if humans were nocturnal, it's what if we never came back? Here's the strange part. The old software is still running. For most of recorded history, people didn't sleep in one block. They slept about 4 hours, woke up in the middle of the night, stayed conscious for an hour or two, talked, prayed, thought, had sex, then slept another 4. Historians found references to it across Europe. They called it first sleep and second sleep, as ordinary as breakfast and dinner. Then came gas lamps, then electricity. Night stopped being night. The brain kept reading light as daytime and refused to shut down, and biphasic sleep faded out. So if you wake up at 3 a.m. for no reason and lie there wide awake, that's not insomnia. That's an old operating system trying to boot. Evolution has already solved night vision several times, and each solution is a different trade. Cats have a reflective layer behind the retina, the tapetum lucidum. Light enters, misses, bounces off the mirror, gets a second chance at the receptors. That's why their eyes glow. Bats gave up on eyes as the primary tool entirely and built sonar instead. They can track a moving insect in total darkness, and tarsiers, small primates in Southeast Asia, went the brute force route. Their eyes are so large that each eyeball weighs more than their brain. Same problem. 3 completely different answers. Now, which one would we have gotten? Your retina is stacked with cones. Cells that read color and fine detail and need good light to do it. Great for daylight. Nearly useless at midnight. A nocturnal human would be built on rods instead. You'd see the world in contrast, shadow, and movement, almost no color, but you catch a shape shifting at 40 meters in what looks to us like pitch black. The eyes would be physically bigger. Bigger opening, more photons, and almost certainly you'd have the tapetum, which means every camera flash, every night video would catch 2 glowing orbs staring back. Now the ugly part. That same eye is a catastrophe in sunlight. Noon wouldn't be bright, it would be painful, like walking out of a dark cinema into full sun, except it never fades. Going outside unprotected at midday would do permanent damage in minutes. The sun wouldn't be a source of life. It'd be a weapon you schedule your entire existence around. Here's what most versions of this thought experiment miss. Eyes are the boring answer. Every nocturnal mammal compensates somewhere else. Bigger olfactory bulbs. Ears tuned to frequencies we can't hear. In the dark, chemistry and sound carry the information light used to carry. Now think about what that does to us socially. Human faces are absurd. We've exposed whites in our eyes so others can track where we're looking. We have 30+ muscles dedicated to expression. All of that only works if someone can see your face. In the dark, it's dead weight. A nocturnal human society would run on voice and smell. You'd recognize people by scent before you saw them. Emotion would live in tone, not in eyebrows. Lying would be much harder. You can control your face. You can't control your chemistry. Deception, flirting, grief, threat, all of it rerouted through the nose and the ear. That's a species with a completely different psychology, not just a different schedule. The architecture inverts. No panoramic windows. Facades built to block light, buildings lit from inside like elegant bunkers, streets full at 2 a.m., markets, schools, offices, traffic. Then sunrise and the city empties. Curtains shut, everyone in. Going out to catch some sun would exist, as a fringe, slightly dangerous hobby, and morning people would be the weirdos, the equivalent of the guy who stays up all night now, showing up cranky and out of sync with everyone. Even fear flips. We're afraid of the dark because in the dark we're helpless. For a nocturnal human, darkness is the safe room. Light is what triggers anxiety. Open noon sky would be the thing that makes your chest tighten. But the hardest problem with a life without sun isn't the dark. It's vitamin D. You make it when sunlight hits your skin, and it's not optional. It regulates calcium. Without it, bones don't mineralize properly. In children, that's rickets, legs that bow outward under the child's own weight. In adults, bones soften, and the immune system degrades. So how do bats manage? They never see the sun, and they're fine. Because they get it entirely from diet, mostly from insects. A nocturnal human would have evolved the same dependency. Liver, oily fish, eggs, and insects. Not as a novelty, as the thing standing between you and a deformed skeleton. Your skin would be extremely pale, close to translucent, not as a look, as a strategy, less pigment blocking the little light you get at dusk and dawn. So, predator eyes. Cities that live at night, a social life built on scent, and the sun as your permanent enemy. Honestly, doesn't sound terrible. Right up until you remember that the only reason your bones hold together is a steady diet of beetles. Which brings me to the actual question. If I offered you the trade right now, you lose color vision forever, you gain the ability to see in the dark, would you take it? Yes or no? Comments.